So I'm uploading the video for last week right now, and when I was editing it yesterday on the snowblower scene, I realized that only half of my snowblower was turning, and more than likely it's just a shear pin. Pull it out, see what we can't find out, because this side, if I remember when I was editing. Alright. Yeah, I'd say it was this side. This is the good side. This is the side that should not be doing this. So let me get everything cleared out of here. Hopefully I have another pin for this. And hopefully that's what it is. One there. This is the missing bolt here, and I can feel it right there that there's something still in there, so I'm thinking that that's what it is. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to pull this whole shaft off so I can drill that shaft out. I just realized, since I can't do anything about the snowblower right now, that I showed you guys this box that I got from Bud Armstrong, and I never opened it up. So let's do that right now. This is very cool. Oh man, this is nice. Oh. Look at this, huh? Cast iron. Bud restores these, and he said he had one already he was already done with, so he was restoring this one for me and getting it all seasoned and everything. This is absolutely beautiful. Holy smokes. Nice little grid on this side. Nice little pad on that side. We might be doing pancakes this weekend for breakfast. Very cool, Bud. Thank you very much, man. I love it. It is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's look through here and see if there's another note, other than the one picture that I have, or the one thing I have on there. That was it. Bud, thanks, man. Greatly appreciated. It's gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. All right, here. That's going to be an issue. I don't need wood chips in my eyes. about all I need. That's good enough. There it is. Ooh. So I know I discussed that I was going to run Romex up here, but I don't have any right now. So run the extension cord through there. That's not a big deal. All I have to do, because I'm going to close all this in, so I'm not going to be able to get back in there again after I get it closed in. So all I have to do to get the Romex there is super simple. Basically, just tape the Romex at the other end to this extension cord, tape it real good, feed it all the way through, and it'll go ahead and be able to pull it right out, and I'll get the extension cord out of there when I need to. But this will allow me to have all of my cords and stuff hidden. I'm gonna run some wires for the inside as well right now. I kind of know where I want my lights to be, so let me point out and show you where I'm gonna go with that. I know it's a little bit dark in here, but hopefully this will get you an idea of, I'm gonna line my light up with the center of that window, and actually I might go back a little bit. All I have to do is run the wiring through this bay right here, the 12-volt wiring. I have to make sure I leave enough room on the side here for where the refrigerator is going to go. And figure it's not going to be any further than probably about this. And so this bay would be the prime spot to go with the wiring for the lights. All I have to do right now, though, is hang some over the edge, positive and a negative. And then as I'm working through, I'll drop the first one here and then just keep pulling the line with me as I go over to there and drop the second one down. Why would I want a light somewhere near the window? Mainly because the only time I'm really going to need light in the kitchen is winter, because it's pretty bright in here right now. Let me turn this off. And I mean, it may look dark to you, but this sunlight is just crazy. The sun just came up, and you can see everything. Well, if I've got a backlight going here, I'll be fine. I won't need that front one. Each one of these is individually on and off with just a touch, and then they're dimmable all the way down to 25% power or 100% power, so it goes 25, 75, 50, and 100%. And they're RV lights, so they don't draw that much in the way of wattage. Super low watt, and I got a bunch of them, so I figured to go ahead and get those installed while I'm doing this. If I don't run the lines now, it's just going to be a pain in the neck. And originally I had said that I'm thinking that I'm going to run some outlets back here. One of my viewers actually spoke out and said you might want to run that outlet higher for the refrigerator, which is not a bad idea. So I'll probably run that outlet at the same level that I'll run one outlet over here as well. But I could do those from the backside, right? I could actually drill through this wall, cut a hole in it, mount the fixture on there, and trim it out without any problems at all. So my main concern at this point is just to get the wires pulled over here. So I've got a 50-foot roll of, or 100-foot roll of this 22 AWG copper low voltage parallel cable. And it's got a positive and a negative on it. Where am I going with that? There we go, wrong way. So since this is the bay that I've decided I'm going to run my wiring in, I'll just run this over to the other side and I'll probably tie it off on something. That way I know I have plenty of room on both sides. Maybe I'll actually do it the other way. I think I'll do that. I'll pull the wire up through the other side here, and then the weight of this will keep it down on the floor. Yeah, that's the one I want. Perfect. All right. Well, I guess I can clean off the saw and make sure I got my batteries charged up, fire up the generator, start cutting and screwing it up. I had originally thought that I was going to try and fit this tight to the knotty pine that I finished on the outside here. And that knotty pine is just going to get sealed. I'm not going to whitewash that. Looking back, it might have been nicer if I did, just because it would have brightened up that underneath a little bit, but I'm still happy with how that worked out. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run this as even as I can. I'll pull measurements on the entire width to make sure I don't have to cut things too badly. And this is a 1/2-inch gap up here, and I'll go ahead and I'll just put a piece of trim board on there to seal that gap when it's done. Rather than trying to to cut the piece to fit, because basically I'd have to rip a ½ inch off the full length going down, and I think I'm just going to give myself too many opportunities to get out of square with that, especially with the tongue and groove, you know, nailed up to each other. So let's go ahead and see what we can do. This is a better view of what I was talking about. Let me grab a piece of wood and kind of show you. So if I go against here, I'm going to leave a gap. I'll probably spin it around so you can see the color difference. I'm going to leave a bit of a gap here, but I can just come back with a piece of trim, nail that up over the outside edge, and that'll be fine. As opposed to if I were to notch this right here, then I would have to take this much off the whole board going down to keep it nice and square, and that would be the other piece I would have to take that off of as well. I think I'd rather just have a full piece to start everything off with, because this is not, I mean, this is easy to, that's easy to make a piece of trim for, right? It might be easier to see here. That's an easy gap to make a piece of trim for. So I had somebody make a comment about last week's video saying, man, you must have some great camera equipment, because everything looks so bright and so crisp when you're shoveling all that snow off the deck. And I do have a nice camera. I mean, I bought that not far into this whole YouTube adventure, but I've got a Canon T7i, and the reason everything looks so bright and so crisp in that video was because the sun was coming out, the snow was white everywhere, and the reflection of the white just made everything look awesome. We've got some blue sky going on today. All the chickens are out. It's about 34 degrees out here, so I'm out here in a light t-shirt. And it's comfy. I might pull the red chair out. I'm gonna dig out the campfire, I think, today too, and get a little bit of campfire going on. There we go. back here? Apparently, no. Little bitty baby wire nuts. So at about the halfway point here right now, I can already tell you that I'm going to run out of wood. Because I'm making more cuts than I thought I was going to have to, and originally my great plan was, you know, I would do 8 foot and 2 foot, right? So I bought a couple extra boards to make enough to do the 2 foots and do the staggered seams, but that wasn't working out. So I'm kind of staggering the seams drastically. I'll show you this, some cell phone footage of what it looks like, you know, a couple of rows back that I took. But like I have, you know, a seam here, a seam like 3 or 4 boards over there, a seam here, a seam 3-4 boards over there, one seam here, one seam against the wall. So I'm trying to stagger all the seams so there's no particular line when it's done. I like how it's turning out. I'm very happy with how it's turning out. So I know it may not look like there is really a big difference with the whitewash here, but that is whitewashed knotty pine, and then that is unwhitewashed. That's just natural knotty pine on the break there. So it's really, well, it doesn't look that much of a lightening process in the kitchen, right? It sure looks like a heck of a lot of difference between there and there, right? Took me a minute to find them. These are in no way an endorsement or an advertisement, but these are from Leisure RV Marine, and these are touch dim double dome LED lights. 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 more of them in a box here. I might steal some of the screws out of one of them because I think I actually got that one from Todd. But they're super easy to install. They're super awesome to use, and they don't draw a whole lot of power. The power is 6 watts that these draw, and that is it. And they're 620 lumens, color temperatures from 4,000 to 4,500. And I think this whole box cost me like, I don't know, like 15 bucks. It's like $3 a light. Super cheap. All right, let me get a couple more screws in there, and then I'll close that one up and get the light turned back on, and probably keep moving on this. Oh, that's a little not where it needs to be. That's where it needs to be. There we go. Listening to the snow shed off the roof. Right, and then light on. There we go. Stand back here and get a look at how much brighter it is in that. Oh, it's a great deal brighter in that room. A great deal brighter. Holy smokes, I like that. And remember, I'm going to have another light right over there, and I'm going to have another light right over there, but that one will only be used in winter probably, or, you know, when I'm doing, when I'm cooking a meal. That is a great deal brighter. Holy smokes. All right, let's make that one look pretty. There we go. I'm getting a craving for an ice cream, and I'll have to move everything that's on the wall behind me out of the way to finish the last one. That looks like 45 and 1/8. darn. Getting tired too. It doesn't help. The stretching and reaching. Maybe. This. Okay. Looking at 2'2". And 2 foot, so that 2-inch difference is still up on the front, but I'll be okay with that. I can make that work. So 2 feet means 4 boards, 5 boards, 6 boards. I'll get 7 more boards. And the reason why my math didn't work on this is because you know, I figured 8 feet plus 2 feet to cover the whole length, but Sean doesn't build anything with studs or rafters where they're supposed to be. Man, I'm telling you what, if you don't do it right, you cause yourself a whole bunch of headaches when you're done. And because of that, I've got some oddball cuts that I have to make that are longer than 2 feet to get me to the other end, because they, you know, where the seams are on here. And then I wanted to stagger them since I was doing it anyway, so I don't have all the seams in one place, right? So it's kind of a random pattern. But yeah, 7 boards will get me there no matter what. I'll take you out now and I'll show you the scrap that I have from my cutoffs, which is not much at all. Just to give you an idea, it was pretty accurate, my cutting today. So there are all the little bits and pieces from trimming, and I trim off the ends of all of my boards because you know, lumber's not square. And I wanted all the seams to be nice and squared up. And then there are the random pieces of boards that, I mean, I could have patched something together, I'm sure, with what I have there, but I didn't want to patch it. I want it to be real pretty. Oh, cool. This side of the house shed, too. I probably don't have much snow left at all on the roof. See if we can. Oh, yeah, we got some getting ready to come down here. Slide a bit. Once it knocks itself loose, it's coming. No, I'm pretty satisfied with that. All right, I am going to call it a day working on this here and kind of get things straightened back up again. I picked up a steak at work. I'm going to go ahead and fire up the barbecue and do that tonight, but I think I'm going to head to town real quick and grab myself an ice cream. I've earned one. I've earned an ice cream today. You didn't think I was kidding, did you? I needed to pick up some foil anyway because I think I'm out at home to go with what I got going for dinner tonight. Dinner tonight is a grilled ribeye steak with sauteed Brussels sprouts and those mini little bitty bit, like French potatoes, split in half and then cooked up in olive oil and salt on the grill. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be yummy. I got my little table set up right here. I'm going to have dinner and I am probably going to watch TV. Well, I picked up 7 more boards yesterday at the orange store. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get these painted and then whitewashed, and then let them dry. It's going to take a day or two. So we're going to just wrap this video up at this point, and we'll pick it up again next weekend. Next weekend I do have the Funny River Festival, or not Funny River, the Frozen River Festival. So I'm going to take you along with that. We'll finish off the rest of the ceiling. I'll get both the lights installed that aren't in there yet, and then we should be good to go. Thank you guys for watching. As always, have yourself a fantastic week. I'm Sean in Alaska. Oh, let's see what I got here. And hopefully 7 will be enough. So don't feel like going back to the orange store again and doing this all over. Also, I wonder if I get a t-shirt here that'll work. Not that one. I'm going to need another t-shirt too. Another garbage shirt. Oh, that one's good still.